नमस्ते बिटिया। हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। ऑनलाइन डिजिटल लेक्चर्स की सीरीज में आज हम एक नया लेक्चर लेने जा रहे हैं जिसका कि टाइटल है नैर रिपर्टरी पार्ट फर्स्ट। एंड बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द लेक्चर आई वुड लाइक टू से that we are all proud to be a part of the best women university in India, that is JVW Jaipur. I welcome you all in the repertory class on digital version 2.0 at JVW platform as per schedule provided by the university having the best homeopathic college in Jaipur. Hope my lecture will satisfy your quest for knowledge. Please listen carefully and drop your queries in the comment box, which I will answer in the problem solving session. So now let's move on to the lecture, that is NAR repertory part first. See, this NAR repertory belongs to the Puritan group of repertories, where the symptom of the patient or prover is recorded without much change as such. So the purity of the language of the prover or the patient is maintained. It's a type of concordance repertory. A concordance means a state of being of the same heart and mind in a harmony, a harmonious arrangement of the symptoms, or in harmony with others. So this repertory is always in harmony with other repertories. It is used as reference repertories. Whenever we get patient's language in a complex form, giving individuality to the patient, we have to search NARS repertory. So the word concordance was first of all used by Dr. Ponigasan. Then he replaced this word with the relationship of remedies in the later edition of Allen. The other works of Dr. Nair are Repertory of Headaches. This Nair repertory was published by Bijan Publishing Company in New Delhi, in India. It has got a list of content, preface, a list of remedies, a list of chapters. The chapters start from mind and disposition, sensorium, inner head, outer head, and then Hahnemann classification follows: eyes, ears, nose, throat, mouth, desire. Now the special chapters are desire, aversion, appetite, thirst, eating and drinking, pregnancy, parturition, lactation, voice, larynx, trachea, bronchi, rest, position, motion, nerves, time, temperature and weather, attacks and periodicity, locality and direction, tissues, sensation in general, touch, passive motion injuries, stages of life and constitution, and a chapter on drug relationship. Lastly, there is an index to the repertory. In the preface, it is stated that the order of arrangement followed in the compilation of the repertory is the one which was inaugurated by Henning. So it has followed Dr. Henneman's method of arrangement, and it was then perfected by Dr. Haring throughout entire Materia Medica. So the basic source of this repertory is Haring guiding symptoms. That it has got total 48 chapters, and each chapter is alphabetically divided into sections and rubrics. The division of page is in double columns, which seems to be most convenient for the eye and is advantageous to economy of space also. The rubric word or the heading word to each paragraph, for example, coryza acrid, is printed in somewhat bolder and blacker type, followed by a colon. Applies to each symptom in the paragraph. Then there are four marks of distinction of medicines. They are double bold lines, single bold line, double non-bold line, and single non-bold line. So now, what is their significance? The single non-bold line is the lowest, that is, it is a single light line, it's the lowest grade of medicine. It designates an occasionally confirmed symptom. Then a double light line is a symptom more frequently confirmed, or if once confirmed, strictly in character with the genius of the remedy. So single light line is occasionally confirmed, whereas double light line more frequently confirmed. When there is a single heavy line, it means verified by cures. If double heavy line, that means repeatedly verified. Word theta is used, which shows the cured symptom and the relation between the cured symptom and the pathological condition. So wherever the symptom is related to pathological condition, the word theta is given. The perpendicular dotted line is given to mark observation taken from the old school, which harmonizes with our law of cure. Means the old school also follow the medicine in the same respect. Then the small t is given against the data which are toxicological extracts. This mark is given for symptoms observed on the sick only. The hand direction is given for cross reference. So this is all in NAIR repertory part 1. In the next session, in the NAIR repertory part 2, we will discuss about more features of this repertory to clear the picture of this repertory in our minds. Now at the end of this session, I would like to give you a subjective question. And the question is, what various concordance repertories are available and what are the features of NAIR repertory? So thank you all for listening patiently. See you in the next session with NAIR repertory part 2. Until then, goodbye. Take care of your health.